ॐ त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। ॐ वाङ्मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य माणिस्थ श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासि अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् संदधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। So let us recite the Shanti mantra for this Upanishad and begin from where we left yesterday evening. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। As we saw yesterday, the subject for this retreat is not a detailed study of Kathopanishad, but to see, to understand, feel and implement what great ideas about sadhana have been given here. Sadhana is very important for us because with sadhana you get this sadhya. These three words come together like sadhya, that which is the goal, that which is to be achieved in life, that is called sadhya. And the one who wants to achieve it is called sadhaka. And then what that person does to achieve it is called sadhana. So there is a very nice detailed discussion on this in Sri Ramakrishna Leela Prasanga, or the English translations like Sri Ramakrishna the Great Master, or the new translations, comparatively new now, that's also is quite old, is the Sri Ramakrishna and his divine play. In all these you will find this a volume, Sri Ramakrishna as a spiritual aspirant, a sadhaka, sadhak bhava. And in sadhak bhava, Swami Saadhananda has discussed this idea about sadhak and sadhana and siddhi. So this sadhak, sadhana and siddhi, these are to be seen that siddhi, or that achievement of the perfection in life, the realization of the ultimate truth is the goal. And the one who wants to achieve this goal, realize this goal, is called the sadhaka. So, and what is being done for this purpose is sadhana. Sadhana is not doing some uh, uh, somewhat weird actions which are not undertaken by common people. So, like common people would be normally breathing with two nostrils, and as the per requirement, the brain guides how the breath should go on. Like if you are running, then you require more oxygen, so the breathing will go faster, and so forth. So that is a common thing, but uh, somebody who wants to do sadhana will do something different, like breathe through one nostril, or hold on the breath when it is actually you need to let it out, or will not take the breath when they prompted naturally. So these various ideas of breath, they will be performed as sadhana. Um, so, or commonly a person eats at certain times. Uh, when there is a person is hungry, eats according to the hunger. If but if sadhaka does sadhana, no, no, I will not eat on these particular days. I will do fasting and so forth. Are these actions to be considered sadhana? Yes and no. Necessarily, you cannot call them sadhana. They have to have a connection with the sadhya, means the goal. If they are connected to the goal, then that is sadhana. It is sadhana is actually a journey from wherever we are to reach the ultimate goal of life. So, if we are moving towards the goal, then only they qualify to be called sadhana. Otherwise, howsoever weird, howsoever different from what other people do, they do not deserve the name of sadhana, the spiritual practice. Spiritual practice is to be the actions which are directed to that goal, so that you advance towards the goal, you experience that goal through that. That is called sadhana. Otherwise, they are some funny different actions, that's all. It is so one must remember that there has to be connection with the goal of life. So yesterday we saw the first lesson in this Kathopanishad discussion as to sadhana, that is about inculcating Shraddha. Shraddha, even the great authority on both languages, uh, Sanskrit and English, like Swami Vivekananda, could not find a proper English word that can uh, be used as translation of Shraddha. No equivalent English word to uh, connote what is connoted by this word, Shraddha. It is, we saw yesterday that it is not just the faith, but there goes with that faith a dynamism, a desire to act on what is accepted on faith, and uh, it has to have something very uh, high ideal. It is You cannot call something that is very ordinary belief as Shraddha. It is, for example, one may believe that or have faith that you get a milk in that grocery store. You can you say use the word Shraddha? I have a Shraddha. No, that Shraddha word is reserved for something that is quite higher in this our understanding of our ideal. It is so. Shraddha is about the religious practice, about the spiritual goal that we understand. So we say, and we have Shraddha in God, Shraddha in sages, Shraddha in the Guru. So that is the word Shraddha. Sri Ramakrishna used to give that example. Swami Vivekananda quotes it. It is probably not found in Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, but Swami Vivekananda gives it in My Master, that he used to tell, Sri Ramakrishna used to tell that if a person, ordinary person, knows that there is lot of gold and uh, lot of money, a lot of jewelry, very costly, is all stored in that room. Now, if ordinary person hears it, okay, maybe yes, if it is said that it might be true that there is, and that all that is stored there. For example, Swati will not have much to do with it because believing that she is not a thief, you know. But if somebody is thief, uh, then that thief will not be able to sit quiet till that room is broken into and all that valuables they are all taken away. So that is the Shraddha, a dynamic uh, faith that so I must act on that. So the sadhaka is the one who wants to realize the truth, and therefore first he has this ideal belief in that ideal, faith in that ideal. That is called Shraddha, because of which that person makes directed efforts to get it, not anything that stand on one leg. And what connection it has got to the realization of goal? Think about it. Uh, Many have a leg broken, then they also have to stand by compulsion on one leg. So does it make it sadhana? It is therefore standing on one leg. If it helps your spiritual practice, means if it helps you to move towards the ideal, then it can be called sadhana. So any action in itself cannot be considered as sadhana. It becomes sadhana only if it becomes helpful in realizing the goal, if it aids in the practice of that. Now, Shraddha is most required in spiritual life. That that kind of faith. It has two angles. One is that yes, although I don't experience it, I accept it. It is that is one dimension, because you do not see God. We have not seen God, So it is, and yet I have not seen, but Sri Ramakrishna repeatedly has seen it. So to have that faith that the God therefore is, because so many sages and saints have seen, so many scriptures mention about it, and so even if I have not seen it, it still is. That is how Shraddha is described in Viveka Chudamani by Shankaracharya, that शास्त्रस्य गुरुवाक्यस्य सत्यबुद्धि अवधारणम सा श्रद्धा कथिता सद्भि यया वस्तुपलभ्यते. A very beautiful, tremendously meaningful verse, that it is that whatever scriptures have said and whatever the Guru has said, to see that that is true, even though you are not at the moment experiencing it. So, to overcome one's experience and hold what the Guru has told, what the scripture has told to be the truth, requires, a very deep, that reverential faith in them, because our experience makes us see the things only in that light. Only that much is considered to be true. Uh, so, therefore, the words, our language also is like that. When we want to say nobody knows, we say God alone knows. What it means is nobody knows. Because God is not existent. We don't believe in God. So, but instead of saying that nobody knows, we use the word God alone knows. So it is, our language suggests that uh, we have heard this word, we understand to some extent the meaning of it, we actually do not believe in existence of God. So because our, it's not matter of our experience. So to learn to transcend one's experience and have faith in what the sages tell, what the scriptures tell. The scriptures and sages, the words of the sages, and they become scriptures. So it is, scriptures do not, doesn't mean that something written in Sanskrit becomes scripture. No. Uh, whether written in Sanskrit or English or Hebrew or whatever, they are scriptures only when those are the words of sages who have actually experienced the transcendental truth, the absolute truth that we all are seeking. That is the scripture, words of the sages, which tell us that how you can also have the same experience of ultimate bliss in life. So, if one wants the bliss, and one wants, it is what? You don't want bliss. You want to be in misery. Everybody wants to have the bliss. So, okay, so how to get it? The sages tell that this is how we got it. And that becomes the scripture, because then following that, how they got it, and you also get it. I tell that example these days. It is when somebody, a mechanic or our own, like Abhijit or Jitendra sitting here, I tell them, hey, repair something, this is problem here. Then what they do, go to YouTube. They will find a video of how that is done. Ah, so looking at them, they see the demo and then act accordingly. Oh, this is to be done in this way. So they fix it. Do you also do Vittal like that? Ah, good. So that is the how the sages describe. You want the bliss? Okay, this is how we got it. So that following that, you also will get it. So that is Shraddha. Yes, and they are telling the truth because they are people of character. They do not want anything from you. They are not here to cheat you. Hmm. Otherwise, people they tell so many things, but they have ulterior motives. That so many constant advertisements are being bombarded. Oh, just do this simple thing, and we will get you rid of all your debt. It is this. Take our credit card, and you will be free from debt. Is it now? Do you believe them? You should not, but certainly some people seem to believe it. That is why they are able to sell the credit cards. So, but why they should not be believed is firstly, they are not such charitable people whose goal is to remove. They are so compassionate that they cannot see you in debt. So therefore, they are telling you all these things to get rid of your debt. They are not. They are there to make their own money. Now, probably their debt will get erased. So they are not the people who are honest. They are not people who are compassionate. But these sages, do they want anything from us? No, they have no ulterior motive. They don't want anything from you. And therefore, it is worthwhile that their words should be accepted as true and acted on because they got the ultimate bliss. So we also following them will get it. So this is the Shraddha that yes, by following this path, one realizes the ultimate truth. So it is Nachiketa gets that Shraddha. Kathopanishad begins with this very important thing that the spiritual aspirants must have, the sadhakas must have Shraddha. Means accepting what the scriptures and sages have said and acting on them. Otherwise, accepting, it is again the Tamilians do it like this. The other Bengalis will do like this. It is just movement of the neck. Nothing really happens inside. Only, yes, I believe. The world is full of believers in God. But what their life does not change by that. So accepting and working on that. Otherwise, that believing has no meaning at all if you are not acting on those lines as directed by the sages. So that is Shraddha makes you act. If you have Shraddha in Guru, then you will mold your life as per the directions and exemplification by Guru. The Guru is not only an advisor by words. No, it is the exemplar of those truths. You can see those truths in the life of the Guru. So therefore, Guru is that, where the truths become palpable. And that gives you the way also. How should I go about? like this you should go about. So this is how one gets motivated, and the intensity differs. Some is very urgently goes for it with all the energy at the disposal. Some is a bit slow to act, but slow or fast, all are uh, actually accepting the advice of the Guru and acting on it. It is the having Shraddha on Guru doesn't mean you keep 1,000 photos of the Guru. Yeah, and offer flower and this that, doodh batti. That is maybe a very secondary help, but what is important is uh, take inside the teachings of the Guru and act on that. So, this is the Shraddha. Nachiketa, what does he do? Whatever he has understood as the right thing. There may not be a particular guru or scripture that he is following there, but the biggest guru, which is in every one of us, all human beings, it is a human characteristic. That is to have the discernment of what is right and what is not right, and then act according to what is right. It is so that is the you see how the Nachiketa acts, that oh my father, two things were to be noted there. My father is not doing the right thing, because what he promised was to give all these cows, everything in this sacrifice. Everything is to be given up. So, but he is cheating there. He is giving only almost dead cows, and then he thinks that Ananda namate loka tan gacchati tadadata, that such a person who is cheating like that uh, will go to place of sufferings, because has been cheating. So you reap what you sow. If you have sown the seeds of cheating, what you will reap, this you will get cheated. That is what will happen to you. So it is in this way Nachiketa says that my father will come to harm. So second thing now, should my father come to harm? No. I love my father, and I don't want my father to come to harm by committing such treachery. So let me alert him about it. So this is Shraddha. I must act on it. So, uh, and then we see that the Shraddha, if you really have that, you become firm in that. That you must firmly act without falling prey to contrary emotions. The father, after saying Nachiketa to Nachiketa in anger, I hope I don't have to tell the details of this story. That story is very well known, so you know it. So, uh, after the father tells, hey, I have given you to death, angrily he says, because he thought that this little boy is unnecessarily meddling when I am busy doing all this very important ritual. I am so busy, and this boy is poking nose again and again. So he said, I gave you to death. Now this boy decides to go to death. The father realizes that it was said in anger, so he pleads with Nachiketa, no, 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 I said it in anger. Don't have to, you should not go to this death. But Nachiketa tells father that, see, this is to be understood in life. Uh, that what is more important is truth, life and death. And one lives for whatever length, but everybody has to die. So he tells the dad that today or tomorrow, anyway, I have to die, isn't it? That is certain. So why should we sacrifice truth to avoid death? Truth is to be held as the most valuable thing. This physical life, getting born and death, he gives an example. Hey, all this grass gets born as the spring comes, you see lot of grass, as the winter it dies. So like that, human beings are born and they die. Ah, why the truth should be considered less valuable than that? So proper valuation, that is very much needed for spiritual aspirant. A part of sadhana to learn to see the value of things. I still remember when I asked one Swami long before I was completing my education and had thought of, uh, taking up a monastic life. And so asked one Swami that should I do it? What do you think? He said, well, you have to make decision. I am not going to tell you, but I can tell you one thing about it, that you must learn proper valuation of things. So that, because in monastic, embracing monastic life means you give up many things, and you should not have the idea that I have given valuable things for something not valuable. Because you may think of God, yes, I want to realize God, but you have so many other desires also. I want to enjoy some physical pleasures. I want to have a good family. I want to explore many, many different countries. I want to earn lot of money. You may have all these desires. And now, amongst all these desires, where does the desire to realize God fit? In the hierarchy of desires, where will you put God? If you put the God at the top, then only for God you will be able to give up other things. Like our Gautam say goes to buy shirt. Ah, so common thing, okay, goes to buy the shirt and goes to Messi. Have you gone to Messi? Okay, so goes to Messi, looks at, oh, this shirt is good, but the price tag, I heard, I have never gone there, but at Messi they are a little jacked up things. So it is, so, uh, hmm, $200 for this is rather too much. I like that shirt, but $200, no. So he doesn't give $200 for that shirt. Not worth sacrificing $200. $200 in evaluation is more than the shirt. So if you think that, well, the value of certain things is more than God, you will not give it up for God. Hmm. So goes to other shops, say Walmart, and then sees that that similar shirt is available for $10. Okay, so $10 is less valuable than the shirt. That is why he easily gives $10 and gets the shirt. Because the shirt is more valuable than $10. So, this is the importance of relative valuation. What you value more in life, that needs to be fixed, what is more valuable in life. And then, therefore, you will be able to give up that which you understand to be less valuable for something that is more valuable. So, God, can you give God a less value than something else? Then obviously that doesn't remain God. God has to have the topmost priority. So it is therefore for God or for truth, they are synonymous actually, truth and God. So you can give up everything. It is. And God cannot be given up for anything. So that is how uh, he told me. That is the how the relative fixation of these values has to be done in life. And here we see Nachiketa exactly exemplifying that life here, what value does it have? Here today, gone tomorrow, doesn't have much value. Although we cling to it like those what that leeches, they cling to the skin. Even if they die, don't let the skin go off. It is likewise we cling to life. Although living means journeying towards death, death is certain. Howsoever you may love living, howsoever you may cling to living, and we are sure to die. So, and now the minor questions like today or tomorrow or at young age or old age, and they are minor things, but dying, death is certain. So, for that which is sure to be dying, should I give up that truth which never dies? So he tells his father, for this truth, we should not cling to transitory things and give up the truth. You may say that no, 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 I want to send you to death. No, but the truth is more important. Even if you don't send me to death, maybe tomorrow I will die due to something else. So, therefore, do not think of that. This valuation must be kept in mind that just living and dying, one lives and dies. What did it happen? That just lived, ate the food and all that. That poem I had told you, I love that my childhood, that poem in our school book, it used to be there. Solomon Grande, born on Monday. Ah, christened on Tuesday, married on Wednesday, ill on Thursday, worse on Friday, died on Saturday, buried on Sunday. That is the story of every human being, Solomon Grande. That is the life of Solomon Grande. It is everybody's life. It is life of Yogatmananda, life of our Harichandan, and everybody. So it is just born, like he gives that the grass rises, grass dies, like that. Sasyamiva pachyate jantu sasyamiva ajayate punaha. Like that, the human beings, and the word used is jantu. Jantu means that which is born. Etymologically, the word jantu means that which is born, but it is used in a bit derogatory sense. So, means what are we as I get born and proceed towards death. That's it. So, therefore, hold on to truth. Hold on to that which is more valuable than that. So, thus, our misunderstanding about what is more valuable and what is less valuable, it gets mixed up because of our attachments. We get attached to certain things, and immediately what happens is its valuation in our understanding goes very high. Hmm. So, although its valuation is as such very little, almost nothing, but because of attachment, it goes very high. So, if we lose the capacity of judging impartially due to attachments, so now judge impartially that, well, I would have died anyway, and nobody really thinks of the dead person much. We may think that, oh, after I died, nowadays, you see, this while I am alive, nobody understands my value. After I die, people will miss me, and they will, think that how of the great things that I have done, and so forth. Nonsense. Nobody thinks the next day. It is okay. So it really, what does it matter? The world goes on. In our language, Marathi, there is a nice poem that people like Rama and Krishna, they were born and they also died. Did the world stop for them? Even for such the great characters, the world doesn't stop. It goes on. And this Yogatmananda thinking that if I die, what? Nothing is going to happen. So it is, therefore, that should not be given too much value. It is holding on to the truth that is eternal, that doesn't go away, that is not neither born nor dies. So therefore that should have more value. So properly judging the relative values of things, that is important in life. In Nachiketa's this very first episode of this play, this great story, we see this, that Nachiketa holds on to that which is truth, and doesn't pay attention of this about this physical living. What is physical living? You are all highly learned people, I know. What is living is a sequence of all these chemical changes that happen. It is this is the bacteria is causing this disease, but our body lives with that is bacteria. It is so this is not really that valuable. It is all the chemical reactions that keep on going. That is what I call living. So, what value should it be given? So, the truth has more value. The life is coming, going, go here today, gone tomorrow. from the dust you arise, unto dust you go. So this Nachiketa sees this and goes to, therefore, one has to have the courage to go to death. That he goes to the home of death, and then at that time it is the story goes, and now this is a story, don't ask questions about it, that the god of death was not at home. Ah, so had probably one obvious reason is that somebody's else's time had come. Nachiketa's time, it was kind of he came on his own. So Yamaraja was not there to receive. He had gone to fetch some other fellow. So uh, so he had gone and was gone for 3 days. So Nachiketa just stayed there. Uh, Another important factor that a spiritual aspirant should have, an essential aspect in sadhana, perseverance. Let me go back now to my home, because he told me to go to this god of death. Now I went, he was not there, what can I do? So I come back. No, he waited for him to return. So after 3 days, the fellow returned. It is described in commentary actually, not in the original text as such, that so for 3 days he uh, didn't eat any food, didn't drink anything, although people there at that home of Yama told, please take some food. You can wait here, you can rest. No, he just kept on waiting. And when this god of death comes, he was alerted by his wife or secretary or whosoever was there, that look, this boy has been waiting here for you and has not eaten anything. This does not bode good for us. So please specify the situation and tell the boy to be very, have this benevolent disposition to us, in spite of the fact that you were not getting any food or drink here. So Yamaraja prays to this little boy, Swasti me astu, may there be, I am praying for my well-being, because this is an offense that you were kept waiting because I had gone away. So for 3 days that you waited, I am giving you the three boons. This is a great, great story in Vedantic lore, that it has inspired so many spiritual aspirants, that it is a way that one gradually evolves in spiritual life. That first you see the well-being of this world, that his first boon that is asked is that may my father's anger and suffering uh, go away, and when I go back from you, let him recognize me, because it is for almost everybody, it is only a one-way ticket, going to death, so you don't come back. So if somebody comes back, the father is not going to recognize a ghost, just a ghost. So it is, so praise for that. Second thing is that this world, we understand, is transitory, but people go to some higher worlds by doing certain sacrifices. They go, my father was doing one such sacrifice, that by which they enjoy all the pleasures in heaven. Mm, that people have that idea that let me go to heaven where enjoyment will be abundant, all my miseries will go away. And that is the imaginary world that we paint, in heaven. Uh, all the problems here will go away. Here, that even if you get some pieces of pleasure, you have to pay a lot in terms of consequent miseries. So, and there it will be pure pleasure. There will be no reaction of misery there. Moreover, everything will be free. You know that story that many Swamis had told, that an elderly couple, they lived good, righteous life, and especially the wife was a good disciplinarian in terms of diet. So always insisted on that eating flax seeds and all those, that don't know sugars at all. And these that kind of so-called health diet. So it is, one uh, fellow says, nothing is more sickening than the talk of health diet. So it is, so it is, uh, and then, so both lived a very long life. And in their, as they were about 100 years old, both died, and then they went to heaven, and then in the heaven they were received very cordially, and showed, oh, you can have, these are all the very beautiful places, you can choose where you want to live. This is a great palatial, you have nice lawn there, you can live, and all facilities, you can choose to live here. And whatever place you, uh, the lady said, but we are not rich people, we cannot afford all this. uh, the man said, oh, this is heaven, everything comes for free. You don't have to pay, what you just choose and it is yours. So, wow, very good. The man loved that idea. So now he was shown all the food available here, nice, this pantry and dining hall. You can choose whatever food you. No, no, both of us are diabetic. In heaven, no diabetes problem. You can eat as much sugars as you want, and no problem. So it is, and then that man became so happy. Wow, good. It is. And then there were all these nice golf courses, and oh, no, no, you don't have to pay any membership fees. It is all available for free. Wow, the man loved golf. And then, so he said to his wife angrily, it is because of your insistence on all that terrible diet restrictions and all that, eating that nonsensical food. We would have come here 10 years before. It is because of all that we were delayed in our coming here. So this is, see how the contradictions in our life and death are. So with this heaven, no miseries at all. But then there will be, really speaking, no happiness also. because our happiness is connected with the feeling of misery. And so, because there, then again, two people will have jealousies. So, Shankaracharya says, wherever there is two, problems will be there, suffering will be there. So, it is. uh, so, but Nachiketa learns that how to go there, how to see that. And then third boon he asks that it is what is that which doesn't get affected by death? The body dies. Is there something that does not get affected? And we all feel that while the body is a constant flux, continuously changing thing, but still we know something is not changing. Mm. Meditate on that, friends. That which does not change. Mm. A very nice meditation that just close your eyes. Think that mm, as I remember the earliest memories that I have. I was mm, just crawling and wanting to do many things. I was tired of being dependent on everybody. That is one picture. And but I was in a way happy, didn't have much cares. I was properly fed, delicious food was there for me. And there were difficulties, but yeah, that is one picture. As I am thinking of it, I am this, am I this? Picture changes. Oh, I am going to school. A different picture. The same eye seeing this picture also, like the photographs from childhood. You start seeing the same you, unchanging, is there in all these changing pictures. You see, you are going to high school, a confident young person, self-reliant, looking for more opportunities, more avenues of fulfillment, that again these pictures come. Pictures in my late young age, people in my middle age, all that, my associations, my family, that coming and going, thousands of pictures, all changing. And you will see as now you open your eyes in all these changes, there was something that did not change at all. And since it didn't change, it is not going to die either. So, Nachiketa wants to know that and ask Yama about it. Now, Yama does not want to give that knowledge up, says it's very difficult. If somebody speaks of God realization, and there will be plenty of people telling that fellow, oh, it is very difficult. It is only for those sages. It is not for we people. It is. So, what is for we people then? Keep on suffering in ignorance, isn't it? If we refuse to accept knowledge, then, well, there is the ignorance already, that we do not have to now freshly order, it is always there. So, live in ignorance. So, therefore, one must be steadfast about it. The temptations should not let that ideal uh, taken away from us. It is Nachiketa says this, that I want this, and then lot of temptations are shown to him. Why this, And it is you, if you want long life, you can lead a long life. As much as you want, I will give you all that life. Please take that. I will give you all these heavenly maidens that are not accessible to ordinary mortals, but through my grace you will get all that. All these enjoyments you will get for a long, as much time as you want. It is you can have uh, this. Lot of relations, progenies, children and grandchildren and great grandchildren, all that you can have. I will give you the whole earth full of wealth. All this I will give you. You don't press me on this last boon, what does not change. And then most people succumb to their temptations. Even far much less temptation would be enough. The god of death doesn't need to stretch it so much. Uh, even the temptation of a say $100 Amazon gift card will be enough. So okay, because we give the reasoning. We have read lot of the Vedanta books. Most of you, I'm sure, have learned all this. Oh, anyway, God is within me. Ah, so it never goes away anyway. So let me, but this offer of $100 gift card will go away soon. So first let me have it. Then later on I can think of God. It is they let me first have one in hand firmly, and then two in bush. I'll see later on. So it is. Don't. It is most sane advice will be like that. That God, well, what is always there. You can look for God later on. It is, but right now you are young, and at young age you should uh, enjoy all these physical pleasures. The tortures get labeled as pleasures, So it is, and thus it is you have all these physical pleasures at young age, discharge your duties to society and family and all that, and then when you become useless, when you become old, now you can't do those things, and so therefore now you can have start the search for God. Hmm. That is the great sane advice, so-called sane advice given to people. That, oh yes, and since our mind is also like that, we accept that advice. Yeah, it is not, to waste youth in such things is not right. Youth is for all this enjoyment, and then when I become old, then I will turn my attention to God, because I will be then useless for all these pleasures. So it is, that is how it is thought, that pursuit of religion and all is for old people. One lady, not that she is very young, I happened to see her some time back. and then she is maybe, as I know her, must be about in mid 60s, and she tells, I am not old enough to start practice of meditation, it is, so it is, imagine, that because one never becomes old, uh, that it is, a few more years are still there for me to enjoy, then I will think about God and higher truths. There is no end to it. Mm. Please, this Nachiketa, this is something to learn and apply. That start now. There is a very nice book by Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now. Mm. That is when you can do something. Yesterday gone, tomorrow is not known. So now is something that is available, and do it now. Therefore, in English that phrase is very nice. Now or never. So if you don't choose now, what are you choosing? Never. Mm. It is something that one must see through that, and Nachiketa replies very firmly, and those replies are great. These guidelines for spiritual aspirants, friends, that it is those verses. Let us see. Uh, that he told the Yama that, sorry, I can't accept this. The two things are impossible. Uh, like if I tell you, what's your name? I keep on forgetting. Kalpita. I know her for many decades now. A very nice, very spiritually oriented girl. Uh, uh, Decades, yeah. Yeah, so it is. Uh, so this Kalpita, so he is shown all this, and then the answer that Nachiketa gives is that, well, thank you for the offer, but sorry, that it is that I understood what you say, and not that Nachiketa is emotionally rejecting all that. It is that emotionally, when charged up, people do many things. Many terrorists and all, they are, put into all these things by the emotional brainwash, and but this is not how Nachiketa rejects it. Nachiketa rejects it by pondering over them, analyzing and seeing that how what you call pleasures are only lot of more misery that you are calling as pleasures. I don't care for that. And he analyzes them so beautifully that it is, he first tells God of death, and since you say it is difficult, I therefore don't want to lose this opportunity. A teacher like you is difficult to get. So now is my time to act. It is that They, because the two things cannot be compared. That which is real and that which is unreal can be very, very, you can be shown a big unreal thing. Mm. Oh, you, why are you caring for a glass of water? See, there is a big, that lake of, immense water. Now, if it is, that is mirage, just appearance. How much water of mirage can be compared to, say, a sip of water that you can drink? It is, the two things are of different level. What appears as water, but is not water, and that which is water, the appearance may be big, it is still appearance. It is. See, we fall prey to the appearance and show its bigness, and cling to that. It is so big. Huge money I have got. What is it? It is an appearance. Mm. The biggest example of our falling prey to this tides of ignorance is money. That is why Sri Ramakrishna always kept on hammering on this lust and greed. Mm. Kama kanchana, that the desire for money. Uh, Now it is something that is very funny. It doesn't really have any valuation. How much money is big? The amount of money keeps on changing. Its purchasing power keeps on changing. How much money is enough? There was, one young man. He had decided after coming to United States that, oh well, I want to lead religious life, but first let me earn enough money, and then I will go back to India and give up the job and lead a life of spiritual dedication. But then was in this mental this problem as to how much money will be enough. Mm. Every time he would think that, okay, $100,000 would be enough. No, but the doubts come. If the prices go on rising, then this $100,000 will not be enough. Then if I fall sick, what will happen? All that will go away quickly. So the result, you can imagine. So it is, and what is this idea of money saving and all? Uh, our investment advisor was showing me, this happened a few years ago, that how uh, that this last year our that total value went up and has become so much. It is increase of so many percent. Your savings have increased like this. So I told him a nice joke that a man bragged to his wife that today I saved $2. Instead of boarding the bus, I ran behind the bus. So I saved $2. And the wife scolded him back. What are you talking? Why did you not run after a taxi? You would have saved $25. So there is no meaning to these things, that how you calculate money. It is a terrible, terrible, all magic show going on. Uh, Nothing cheats us more than this idea of money. Our eyes become suddenly expanded. Ah, oh, really? So it is. They, therefore, Nachiketa shows the reasoning that what is there that all that you are offering, that, or even if you, Yamaraj says anything that you want, equivalent to all that I have said, that so you can ask, but excuse me, that other boon that you have asked, that it is Yamaraja's this offer. He ponders over this and he says that whatever you are telling, Shobhava Martyasya Yadanta Kaitat. This is the 26th verse in the first chapter. Shobhava Martyasya Yadanta Kaitat. Yadanta, Antak means God, that God of death. Antaka, what you are showing me, they are all and transitory, Shobhava, here today and not there next moment. Such things, and what you call enjoyment is Jarayanti Tejaha. Your own organ strength gets depleted and you term it as enjoyment. Ah, it is very bluntly he puts it, that what you call enjoyment, it is Sri Ramakrishna gave nice analogy that it is the camel eats the thorny bushes. Not that gets any nutrition, but those mouth is all lacerated, and then gets feels happy that I am eating those thorns. What is he taking in is only his own blood, its own blood is being taken in. So like that, our enjoyment, what is there? It is just our own strength of our organs, our vitality gets depleted, and that is what we call enjoyment. Funny ideas of enjoyment, one man, he had a lot of humor, our devotee. He said, look, we Irish people, he was Irish, so and we just simple, life, that uh, go and have some special drink that Irish people cannot pass, That is why it is said they don't have lawyers in Ireland. It is one of our devotees, Irish devotees told. We don't have, they say you cannot have lawyers in Ireland because Irish people cannot pass bar. So it is, uh, so it is, now what is that enjoyment? You are depleting your money, your health is spoiled by that, and what do you call it? Enjoyment. I enjoyed this drink. Did it do you good or bad? So all that actually spoils us, we call it, give the name enjoyment. So Nachiketa puts it so clearly, so bluntly. He saw through that what is being called as enjoyment. That Irishman I was telling him, look at these people. They earn a lot of money, and what do they book a ski resort somewhere in the mountain, go to skiing, break their legs and get into hospital for 6 months. Now what is this enjoyment? You spend your money, go to some high mountain resort, paying a huge money as they rent there, rent skis, and then on the mountain you try, fall down and break the leg. It is actually in the skiing business, not breaking a leg, not falling down is an accident. Falling is natural, what that is commonly that happens, you see. So you go for that. that you call enjoyment. Isn't our enjoyments are like that? Go to gambling. What is it? Enjoyment. It's such a thing, you know. Our friend who's at he's described his own experience that he went to that Las Vegas, and then uh, he the hotel was extremely, you know, inexpensive, quite cheap and very nice hotel. So he stayed there, and the hotel means it was all gambling place, you know. There you are given more or less free living there. Uh, some $20 per night was the rate of the hotel. Very cheap. He thought that I am not going to play. I am just going to stay there, and see the city and all. But then it is all so glittering, so tempting, that he said, okay, let me just play for some time. I already went out and saw the city, so there is nothing much to do. So why not play something? The goal is not just not to get money, but to have some fun. So he started, and as he won, that is a rule that first you win. Mm, it is, and then that makes you tempted. Then you lose, and then he's also lost. He said, "Let me at least play to recover my loss." Uh, so he kept lost more. Uh, he borrowed more money and kept on playing. His flight time was gone. So he missed the flight, and so he was sick completely. Uh, they lost lot of money, lost peace of mind, mentally got so dejected that it is that. But the addictions, they continue. He said, next time I will come and make all this loss will be erased. I will be making big money. So, what this is called enjoyment. Is it right word to call it enjoyment? Imagine, you know, what joy did you get? It is. Uh, Therefore, clearly analyze and see, is it really joy? Sri Ramakrishna gave another analogy, that what we call, they say, physical enjoyment. So, what is it? That fruit called amda. Amda, what is there? Athiyar chamda. It is a big, thick skin, and then inside there is a very big pit. Ah, and uh, there so actually the meat is very little, and again if you eat that, it is so terribly acidic, you get stomach colic. So that is the pleasure, you know. Make hard work, and then after the hard work, and then you get something, and you say, I am eating it, and what is it, what it brings is the stomach colic. So that is the nature of these pleasures that Nachiketa clearly sees, not that we cannot see. Our level of temptation is so high. What does this temptation do is does not let you think. Hmm. If you are this spirit of discernment starts cautioning you, we tell that discernment, keep quiet, and don't disturb me now. Later on, I will hear. let me now enjoy. So now this is what you call enjoyment. So Nachiketa said, no, and whatever life you are showing me, big, long life, uh, whatever the long life you say is after all short, and then looking at the all the sufferings for long time. Long life means what? Suffer for long time, isn't it? Our Jyoti told me a joke yesterday that it is a lady wanted, of course, the same thing with men also, because she is telling from the women's side. So it is that they I want to lead a long life. So some saint told her, okay, and get married. Ah, oh, then if I get married, will I have a long life? No, no, your desire to live long life will go away. So, so it is. Uh, so let Nachiketa says, all those things that you were offering me, let them be with you. I don't care for all those. Uh, because न वित्तेन तर्पणीयो मनुष्यः लप्स्यामहे वित्तमद्राक्ष्म चेत्वा. That nobody gets satisfied with money. It is impossible, the money brings more misery, that's all. It is, if you don't believe these words, go and see. I tell many people, go and see the great mansions in Newport. So people from all over the world, they come to see these huge, beautifully made mansions. Any of you have seen those? You have seen. So it is in Newport. Yes, you can come, Akash, and go to see that. It is. Now you can see those huge mansions were built by really very moneyed people. One man who has built that Breaker's mansion, his company's budget was comparable to the budget of the Defense Department of America. So it is such a rich man, and then he builds this. The life was embroiled in so much sufferings. It is money does not bring happiness at all. Friends, I have met many people who are rolling in money, and they understand at long last. They understand that the money has been the source of their misery, not source of happiness. It becomes source of misery. So, therefore, when you see this, why will you go to get misery? It is you are offering me misery as a matter of temptation, and many fall for it because you see that as source of pleasure. No, it is a source of more and more misery. So therefore, it is, I don't care for that, and I ask only for this. Abhidhyayan, that word that comes in the 28th verse. Abhidhyayan varnarati pramodaha varnarati pramodan ati dirghe jivite korameta. By analyzing the nature of the enjoyments here, who wants a long life, more punishment? It is, yeah, one gets addicted. The nature of addictions is very difficult to, that some are, and it is actually true that one gets addicted to being hit by a whip, and so pays to get whipped. It is that becomes an addiction. It is many these drugs. They not that they are very tasty to eat, or but you get addicted to those. It is now. Uh, can these be called pleasures, and rolling in these and living for long life? Is it worthwhile? So therefore, I don't want it. So there is a rationale in Nachiketa's rejection. And so what I want here for us to understand is, see rationally. Do you want to be a rational person or irrational person? Uh, Rational, isn't it? So analyze rationally that what is in that, and then take a decision that is logically correct. Uh, that we have to, transcend reason and rationality to realize the ultimate truth. Very correct. But at least first make use of the rational faculty, and do not be the instinctive animals. Animals, they can be excused for running after all these sense pleasures because that is an instinctive life. Mm. So, human beings, we have the faculty of rationality. Think about it. What do I get in these things? So, and after thinking, act according to that thinking. So, this is the matters of practice, spiritual practice. Use your reason. It is a tool. Reason is a tool. So wherever required, you use reason. Don't overuse it. It is in uh, God, the absolute truth is beyond reason. So don't try to use it there. People try to use there, that why did God make this world? We ask this question as if that God is answerable to you. It is. You don't apply reason there. Why, how, when, and all those things. We applied there. And where we should apply it, we don't apply. That is this thing going to bring me happiness? And by after thinking, then embrace it. If thinking is not done, then naturally you get cheated in this world. So, therefore, this is important here. And so now this time for this class is over. So, uh, so Nachiketa told that I want this, what I had asked, to show me the permanent, that which is beyond death, or I don't want any other boon. There is nothing equivalent to that. So, otherwise, our persona would say, okay, he is not giving this. So, let me take whatever he is giving. Isn't it? Wise person. Yeah, yeah. At least he is giving me certain other things. Let me accept it for now, because he is not giving me what I am asking for. This is very important. No. Would you take it that if you are asking to me, Swami, give me that diamond? No, I cannot give you diamond, I can give you 2 slabs. Okay, at least you are giving something. Oh no, you won't accept that. As it is similar things, that all that when you analyze, you see they pile up more and more misery, and then we go for more of it. Uh, it is one Swami very nicely explained. You know that you get, say, $100,000, and then you did not uh, feel it enough. There is no happiness in $100,000. You do not conclude that there is no happiness in money. You conclude that there is no happiness in $100,000. Let me get 1 million. Then you go for that. Again, what you conclude, no, not happiness in 1 million. I should get 1 billion. Ah, so, but one never sees that by the very nature of money, the conclusion should have been there is no happiness in money. Got it? Very difficult to get. It is. So, therefore, it is, Nachiketa says, Nanyam var tasmad nachiketo vrinite. Na anya varam. If you want to give me what I have asked, give it to me. I am not accepting any of the substitutes, because there cannot be any substitute for this. So, a spiritual aspirant must practice this sadhana. These are matters of practice, firm determination about the ideal. That yes, I want this and this alone. There is no substitution for this. And I want this alone. And be firm about it. So this is a spiritual aspirant must learn to do. In spiritual life, one must learn to be firm. You make a resolve and be firm with it. Not for 2 days, 3 days, okay. Like Swati determines, I will do meditation regularly. Not from today, from tomorrow. And then maybe she does it for 3 days, then finds out excuses not to do it. Oh, so many things happened. Swami, you don't understand. Yes, of course, Swami has very low IQ, so cannot understand. So it is, and so the things pass like that. One has to have that strong determination that yes, I must do it. So this is a spiritual aspirant, this teachings on sadhana. We shall continue in the next session. And there is this whole book is full of sadhana. This book is not for intellectual appreciation, but for sadhana, implementing these things in practice. For what? For what? Huh? Yeah. Instead of saying God realization, let us put it on more practical ground. To be happy. These are things for making us happy. So one must do it because it makes you happy. Yeah. So thank you. Let us chant that mantra. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishvavahai. Om Shanti Shanti शांति हरि ओम तत्सत। श्री रामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।